Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you, Mr. Russell, for conducting a wonderful brass choir for our processional. Will everyone please remain standing for our national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance? Dr. Norton Christensen, Professor of Music, will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Let us recite the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Give me 1 second.
Let's please give Professor Christensen one last round of applause, as this is his final commencement. He is retiring, and he's done a lot for the college. Thank you. Will everyone please be seated? Good afternoon, graduates. Welcome to Daytona State College's 57th annual commencement. Allow me to also extend my greetings to your family, friends, and loved ones here to share with you in this most significant occasion. Before we get started into the program, I'd like to introduce our platform guests, in particular the members of our Daytona State College's District Board of Trustees who are here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, our board members are volunteers who devote countless hours of their time to lead Daytona State and move its mission forward. Graduates, you may not see them very often during their time on campus, but there are strong supporters behind the scenes setting policy, advocating locally and statewide on behalf of the college and its students, and compelling staff and faculty to always strive for excellence in teaching and learning. Allow me to introduce them to you along with others on our platform party. I ask that you please hold your applause until they have all been recognized. If each of you would please stand as I call your name, and I'll start with the front row to my left. Mr. Richard Valero, President, Faculty Senate. Ms. Olivia Stewart, Student Government Association President. Mr. Stan Escudero, Vice Chair of Daytona State College District Board of Trustees. Madeline Pumariega, Chancellor, Florida College System. Mr. Bob Davis, member of the Daytona State College District Board of Trustees. Mr. Lloyd Freckleton, member of the Daytona State College District Board of Trustees. Mrs. Marion Haas, member of the District Board of Trustees. Mr. Gary Lubai, member of the District Board of Trustees. Mr. Bobby Thigpen, Chair of the Daytona State College Foundation Board. Ms. Eileen Montgomery, Senior Vice President, Finance. Mr. Ken Matthews, Associate Vice President, Enrollment Services. Dr. Amy Locklear, Provost. Mrs. Lorene King, Vice President of Advancement and Executive Director of the Foundation. Mr. Brian Babb, Executive Vice President and General Counsel. And I also asked here, representing Patrick Henry's office, Mr. Genesis Robinson. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Graduates, commencement is a day that rings as fresh to me today as it did when I first joined this great institution 16 years ago as Director of Admissions and Recruitment. I think Chancellor Pumariega would agree that commencement is a very special time. During my experience here, I have witnessed Daytona State's phenomenal growth in programs and services. What strikes me most is how well we, like our sister institutions that make up the Florida college system, are able to adapt to the ever-evolving social and economic climates of the communities we serve, and how we positively influence the lives and aspirations of our students. This year at Daytona State, you may have seen the beginnings of many major investments the college is making to advance our mission and benefit our students and community. We've added certificate programs in additive manufacturing, building construction, project management, cyber forensics, and beverage science, as well as an associate degree in TV production and engineering technology, all in response to fulfilling the area's need for skilled professionals. At our DeLand campus, we recently completed remodeling and upgrading of our nursing lab, and thanks to the generosity of benefactors like the Hunter Foundation, we've upgraded our human patient simulators located in labs at the Daytona Beach and Advanced Technology College. By this fall, our new soccer stadium complex under construction on the north end of Daytona Beach campus will be completed. It will not only be the home to our men and women's soccer teams, but will serve as a venue to bring our entire campus and community together by hosting a variety of events throughout the year. This year, we remodeled our Gene M. Goddard Center for Music and Dance on the Daytona Beach campus. And less than 2 weeks ago, we broke ground on our new 84,000 square foot Student Center building, which promises to be a hub for students' life experience on the Daytona Beach campus, as well as a landmark presence off International Speedway Boulevard. It is a great pleasure to be leading this college at this time as Daytona State's president, to be working and collaborating with this great faculty, staff, and board of trustees, and to be here with you this afternoon as you receive your credentials and move forward in your lives. Speaking of investments, each of you this afternoon is enjoying the fruits of your own personal investment. We celebrate with your friends and family because it marks a passage in your own life's journey. You've made it possible through a personal commitment to pursue new knowledge and skills. We hope that through your studies at Daytona State, it has become evident to you that the road to success and personal fulfillment comes from a commitment to lifelong learning and stretching the boundaries of your knowledge. Some of you have made great sacrifices to be here this afternoon. You've had to overcome barriers such as family issues, financial strains, and a whole gamut of other circumstances that sometimes we face and that we can do nothing about. But you've made it to this point because you decided to focus on what you can do. Now, you are better prepared to take advantage of the personal and professional opportunities that await you because of your persisted with the help of what I believe are the best faculty and support staff anywhere, bar none. Daytona State faculty demonstrate in so many ways that their focus is student success. They spend a great deal of time and energy finding ways to increase student retention and engagement, all while maintaining the highest standard of academic integrity. Faculty, would you please stand? Students, family, let's give them a round of applause to this dedicated group of individuals. Thank you. My message to you this afternoon is to keep investing in yourself. Take the next step. Keep moving along your pathway. Use the momentum you have now to earn that extra professional certification, a bachelor's degree, and more. Strive to be better in all the areas of your life. Never stop learning because the world keeps changing. There is no such thing as status quo anymore. Ladies and gentlemen in our audience, Chancellor Pumariega, let me introduce to you the class of 2017. Among them are 64 new inductees into the International Honor Society Phi Theta Kappa. PTK members aspire to the hallmarks of leadership, scholarship, fellowship, and community service. 47 Falcons were named to Who's Who among students in American junior colleges, and 15 students were inducted into the Daytona State College Hall of Fame, the highest honor that faculty can bestow upon a student. Also among the class of 2017 are 1,370 who are graduating with honors, including 429 with high honors. Dr. Locklear will tell you more about them later in the program. But for now, will all the PTK Who's Who Hall of Fame honors and high honor graduates in attendance please stand and be recognized. Thank you, and congratulations to all of you on your special achievements. I'd also like to recognize more than 200 military veterans who are among the graduating class of 2017. With those in attendance, please stand for us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your service. I hope that through our Veterans Center, we have been able to provide you a positive college experience, and I wish each of you the best. Please know that this college community has been proud and honored to have served you. Ladies and gentlemen, as Daytona State ushers in its 60th year of serving Volusia and Flagler counties, I'd say word has gotten around, as over 100,000 people have earned their degrees and certificates here, including this more than 3,200 strong class of 2017. Our graduates are the health workers, police, and firefighters that keep our community safe and strong. They are the chefs, the computer technicians, machinists, HVAC mechanics, the engineers, the entrepreneurs that drive the small businesses that make up 80% of our local economy. Among our class of 2017 are 635 Associate of Science degree recipients, 753 who have earned their one-year professional certificate. Congratulations to you all. Today, we have over 150 graduates earning their Associate of Arts degree or Associate of Science or program certificate days before they receive their high school diploma through Daytona State College's dual enrollment program. This program that allows high school students to earn college credentials free of charge. The dual enrolled students with us today have had a great head start on their college education. Will our dual enrolled graduates please stand and be recognized? Congratulations, thank you. Graduates, take a look around our community and you will find an economic climate that is the brightest it has been in for years. Unemployment in our area is low, with marked increases in employment opportunities in healthcare, hospitality, and business services. Manufacturers are aggressively seeking skilled professionals to fill open positions. Building and construction is booming, fueling a need for plumbers, electricians, and other trade workers. I want to recognize next our adult education students. Now that you have earned your high school diploma or GED, you have taken the first step required to move ahead in life, to shape a future for you and your families, and to truly come to know yourself and your potential. Consider your accomplishments tonight a down payment on your future. Continuing along the pathway toward a college education will hold even more significant benefits. Over the years, thousands of our adult education graduates have gone on to earn their certificates, their associate and bachelor's degrees. You can too, and we are here to help. We will make sure you succeed at Daytona State by helping to remove financial barriers, providing free tutoring and convenient course schedules, and by putting you in the class with some of the best faculty you will find anywhere. We want to continue our relationship with you and hope to see you in one of our many programs in the fall. Finally, graduates, let's not forget your parents, family, friends, and loved ones who have supported you throughout your college studies. Please join me in thanking them as well. Graduates, each of you is now an honored member of the Daytona State College Alumni Association. So stay in touch. Let us know how you're doing now and then and how we can continue our partnership with you. On behalf of the entire Daytona State College community, it has been a pleasure to serve you, and all the best to you as you set on your new beginnings. May your fortunes be filled with success, good health, and happiness. And now, Mr. Stan Escudero, Vice Chair of Daytona State College District Board of Trustees, will offer his welcoming remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Escudero to the podium.
Good afternoon, graduates. Let me extend my warmest congratulations to you on behalf of the entire Daytona State College District Board of Trustees. Today, you celebrate, and we, all of us, we celebrate with you. You've all taken an important step toward becoming productive, praiseworthy adults who make your families, your communities, and your country proud. But it's only a first step. Some of you here today may have had doubts about completing high school, about getting a GED, or about entering college. But you wisely set those doubts aside, and you came to Daytona State College and you gutted it out. Today, your reward is a credential which marks your ability to reach a goal and to set new ones, and to achieve them through persistence, a commitment to learning, and good old-fashioned hard work. Remember those three concepts: hard work, persistence, education, and to them add character and integrity, because I'll be coming back to them from time to time this afternoon as I speak to you. What you have to do right now, all of you, is keep on keeping on. When you complete your formal education, whether that's now or after university or after graduate school, you're going to enter a dog-eat-dog world where no one owes you a damn thing. After a few years, most people won't care if you graduated from DSC or from Harvard. What will really matter for you on a daily basis is what kind of man or woman you are, how hard and how persistently you work, what you've accomplished, and whether you take every possible opportunity to learn something new. Now, these days, all over the country, old geezers like me are standing up in front of young people like you, and we're bloviating to you about many of these same things, and a lot of you were sitting there thinking, when is this old guy going to shut up? And I know you're thinking, don't be ashamed. I know you're thinking that, because when I was in your position, I was thinking exactly the same thing. And I'm sorry to tell you, it's going to be a little while yet, because I want to share with you a story that is my personal story, to try to show you that what I'm telling you about hard work, persistence, education, and character, absolutely true. I was born here in Daytona. I grew up in New Smyrna Beach. My last name is Escudero. My grandfather was Mexican. My family was dirt poor. We lived in a rental house that cost $15 a month in rent. House is still there in New Smyrna. And sometimes we didn't have the money to pay that rent. My mom and dad divorced when I was 8. My mother lost her job soon after that, and we lived for several months in a small shed on somebody else's property where the owner stored his junk. There was space in there for a little cot. I slept on the floor. The shed was set on a low spot on his property, and when it rained, you took your shoes off, and you waded through the deep puddle that accumulated at the front door until you got to higher ground. It rained a lot that summer. And eventually, a local family of commercial shrimpers took us in. My mother married one of the sons of that family and went to work on his boat, and from the time I was 10, I was boarded out with various very reluctant family members, and in the summer I worked on the boats too. Lots more obstacles of various kinds, difficulties. And you could say, I guess, that my life pretty much sucked when I was a kid. But I figured out at an early age that the only way I was ever going to get out of that pit, the only way I was ever going to better myself was through a combination of education and hard work. So I persevered. I kept on keeping on. I was valedictorian of my high school class. And by 1962, I was sitting right where you are today. I'm a graduate of what was then called Daytona Beach Junior College, although then there were only about 350 students in the whole student body. And when we held our graduation ceremony, it wasn't here in the Ocean Center. In fact, the Ocean Center hadn't even been built then. I'm a very old man. I went on to the University of Florida, and I worked my way through that college, too. I studied hard. I worked hard at night as a motel clerk, and I went to college in the daytime. On weekends, instead of going out and having a good time, although I did that as much as I could, I walked the roads and I collected Coca-Cola bottles. In those days, Coca-Cola and other soft drinks were sold in glass bottles, and you could pick them up and take them to the store and turn them in, and they'd pay you 2 cents for each one of the bottles you turned in because they sent them back to the Coca-Cola folks who reused them, cleaned them up, and you bought a new bottle of Coke in an old bottle. And I found that if I got out and I walked long enough and picked up enough bottles, I could find enough of them to earn about 20 bucks in a weekend. That was big money for me in those days, 20 bucks. I graduated from University of Florida in 1965, and I decided to join the Department of State's Foreign Service, looking for a career for travel and adventure. Took the exams, passed them, and I clawed my way up from the bottom of that career system, which in those days anyway favored graduates of Ivy League schools. I stand before you today 4 times an ambassador of the United States. 4 times. There are damn few people in the Foreign Service who make it that far. In my day, 20,000 students took the exam every year, and of those, 200 were accepted. And of those 200 who joined the Foreign Service, approximately 200 became ambassador once at the end of their career. Now, I say all this not to make myself look good, although I won't lie, I'm proud of what I've done. I say it because I'm not any smarter than any of you. I'm no better than the least of you. But I worked and I persevered and I studied and I learned and I tried hard to be the best person I could. And what I did, you can do. You live in a country that rewards people who have these qualities, who work hard, who persevere, who continue their education. We live in a country and in a society that looks for people like that and tries to advance them. Look at Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world today. And in 1974, when he started Microsoft, he was working out of his parents' garage. You think he's the only one? Look at Steve Jobs, who started Apple. And I could name half a dozen others who are as successful as anyone could possibly want to be. Donald Trump's mother was an immigrant. Donald Trump's wife is an immigrant. I worked for a time with Colin Powell, who was Secretary of State and before that National Security Advisor, and he was himself an immigrant. There is no limit to what you can achieve in this country if you will work hard, if you will stick at it, if you will learn everything you can, and if you will keep your nose clean and behave with honesty and integrity toward your fellow men and women. And I hope some of those things you have learned here, right here, at Daytona State College. I regard that as demonstrable, practicable advice. But I'm going to impose on you just a little longer because I'd like to end my talk to you with a piece of very specific practical advice, which I wish somebody had told me when I was sitting where you're sitting now. It's 2 words: compound interest. You guys understand how compound interest works, right? You put money away, and it earns interest for you, and it keeps earning interest on the interest year after year until pretty soon you find that you're earning more money on the interest you make than you earned on the principal that you deposit, and that's when you start making real money. You guys all know who Benjamin Franklin was, one of the founding fathers, ambassador to France, went out in thunderstorms and flew kites with keys attached to them trying to discover electricity. Well, he did more than that. He understood math and he understood interest. Benjamin Franklin died in the year 1790. And in his will, he left $2,000 to his favorite cities to divide up between themselves, Boston and Philadelphia, for them to spend any way they felt like they should. But there was a hook in his will. They didn't get to take that money out of that bequest for 200 years. And in the year 1990, when that bequest came due, the $2,000 that Mr. Franklin had deposited had increased because of the miracle of compound interest to $6.9 million. Now, all of you are sitting there thinking, hey, good deal, but I'm not going to live to be 200. And barring extraordinary advances in science, you won't. But you're going to have an active working life from now on of 45 to 65 years. And that's more than long enough to benefit from the miracle of compound interest. It's a real advantage you have right now. But other people who are older than you, more experienced than you, maybe better educated than you, they don't have because they're older. You've got time. The sooner you invest, the sooner you keep investing, the more you will make in the end. Begin now to deduct and invest 5% of your gross income before your before-tax income. Most of you can afford it. Now, if you start thinking about it, you'll say, hell, I'm not making much money, and I'm not going to be making a whole lot of money when I leave here. When I'm through with my education, I can't afford it. Yes, you can. You take the money out of your accounts automatically, so you never see it. It goes into an account, and you leave it there. Don't deposit it just in a bank savings account. Banks don't pay you any money these days. They don't have to. They get money for free from the Federal Reserve. But there are a lot of other ways to do this and make big money over 40 to 45 years. If your employer has a 401k program and will match your contributions, use that. You could set up a health retirement insurance program, which shelters your contributions from taxes. You don't have to pay taxes on the money you put in there. You don't pay taxes on the interest you make, and when you take the money out, if you spend it on medical problems, which you're going to have when you get old, trust me, I'm old, I know. You don't pay taxes on it then either, as long as you spend the money on health problems and for medical purposes. You can, if failing these things, you can go and look for what are called DRIPs, dividend reinvestment programs that some big companies like Hershey or Coca-Cola or Microsoft have, where you can invest a small amount of money on a regular basis, and the dividends that they would pay you are automatically reinvested in this so that the extra money you make on this compounds not only on what you put in, but on the DRIP. If you do this, and if you don't believe me, you guys, as soon as you get out of here, not right now please, get out those electronic devices that you're all married to, and Google this sort of thing. Take a look at it, study it. Figure out what would be best for you and do it. You minimize your short-term risk, you maximize your long-term growth, and after 20 years of this kind of investment, you'll be astounded at how much money you've made. After 45 to 65 years, when you're ready to retire, you will be very, very comfortable. You won't have to worry about Social Security, which won't be around anymore by then anyway. You will have provided for yourselves and your families, and you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you exercise the kind of foresight and discipline which helps make good American citizens all over this nation. Now, that's enough. Let me just say in closing that the faculty and staff of Daytona State College take great pride, as Tom said a few minutes ago, in being able to give our students who remain in this area the chance to enhance their lives and career opportunities further right here, close to home. I encourage every one of you who stays in this area to consider returning to Daytona State when you're ready to pursue your next level of education. We have extraordinary opportunities here, and we're expanding all the time. Class of 2017, this is your commencement. Today, you begin anew. You do all the things I just said you will be doing and should be doing. The best is yet to come if you will make it so. So congratulations to each and every one of you. I wish you all health, happiness, and prosperity. And I will say to you that you owe this health, happiness, and prosperity to yourselves, to your families, to your communities, and to your country. So let's get out there and get to work.
Thank you, Trustee Escudero, and all the trustees for your tireless work on behalf of Daytona State College. And now, Mr. Richard Valero, Faculty Senate President, brings greetings on behalf of the faculty.
Good afternoon, graduates and family members. It is a privilege to stand before you on behalf of the Daytona State College faculty and congratulate you all on your outstanding accomplishment. Graduation is both a time for celebration and a time for self-reflection. Eventually, you will wake up from this dream come true and be faced with the question, what now? Some will continue on with education and work towards new, exciting goals. Others will join the workforce with renewed energy and valuable training. And the rest will face the early but inevitable existential crisis that comes with higher education and start to question their place in this new world. But are we really living in a new world? We put a man on the moon in 1969, and after that, the sky was no longer going to be the limit. We can now communicate with each other without boundaries, yet we seem to have forgotten how to listen. We can get the news instantly, yet we no longer feel confident enough to trust it. And we can entertain ourselves through countless forms of media that compete for our attention, yet we still feel unfulfilled. What has not and will not change is that your generation defines the new world. You recognize what is just and have the intellect and perseverance to change and perfect our way of life. You stand up to the cyberbullies, anti-intellectuals, and revisionist history buffs. You set the example through compassion, creativity, and self-determination. We leave here today with the hope and the promise of that better world. Your education empowers you to innovate in your work, embrace the diversity that surrounds you, and see the true beauty in this world. Imagination can be ubiquitous. Ignorance can be extinguished. Recognize that your perspective has changed from the time you enrolled at Daytona State. C.S. Lewis once said, "Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different?" What can't change is your integrity. While everything else is changing, you must stand firm. The question I leave you with is simple. Are you brave enough to lead this world? Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great day to be a Falcon. It is indeed a great day to be a Falcon, and there is no one on this stage with more Falcon pride than our next speaker. She has served our students this year as the student government president and looks forward to walking across the stage tonight with her fellow AEA students. She has provided updates to the Board of Trustees each month and traveled to Tallahassee to voice student concerns to the state legislature. It is my pleasure to invite SGA President Olivia Stewart to the podium to say a few words on behalf of the students. Olivia.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, friends, family, and fellow graduates. As you could tell from Dr. Labasso, you know I take pride in ending every speech I give with, "It's always a great day to be a Falcon." But for this commencement speech, I'm going to start with it. It's a great day to be a Falcon because today, all of you seated in front of me are only moments away from a change in your status that will last the rest of your lifetime. From a student to a graduate, earning a college degree is one of the few things in life that no one can ever take away from you. That's a pretty exhilarating feeling, isn't it? Grasp onto that feeling because you've accomplished what some were unable to do. Be proud. You've gone above and beyond and accepted the challenge and laughed in the face of defeat to pursue your higher education. Looking at the filled seats in front of me, I see copious amounts of potential. Take a look around, graduates. Go ahead. You may be seated next to a future doctor, lawyer, or the next president of the United States, because it's pretty obvious anyone can do that. Ooh. Anyway, college teaches you lots of priceless lessons like vending machines will take your dollar and won't look back. But college also helps you realize things that you had no idea were even possible, like elaborating so much on a discussion board just to receive credit for that reply. But over the past 2 years, the most valuable thing I've learned in college, specifically Daytona State, is if you push just a little bit further and further, not only will you survive, but you will thrive. Although you may have a lot of questions about the undecided future that lies ahead that not I nor your friends or family can answer, I can assure you that you will find your way. The future may be fuzzy, and that's okay. But what's crystal clear is that you're here today, moments away from your degree, and you are and will forever be a Daytona State Falcon. And because of that, it's always going to be a great day. Congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia, for all you have done for our students in our college. I look forward to hearing about your future endeavors. To our candidates for graduation today, our keynote speaker once sat where you are, eagerly awaiting that moment when she would be officially designated a graduate of her first alma mater, Miami-Dade College, the largest of the 28 institutions that make up the Florida college system, which includes Daytona State. In August 2015, Madeline Pumariega was named chancellor of our Florida college system, which serves nearly 1 million students annually and is rated among the nation's best. Since that life-defining moment some 20 years ago, when she was awarded her Associate of Arts degree, Chancellor Pumariega has dedicated her life to ensuring that Florida's community and state colleges remain accessible to all citizens seeking to advance their lives through higher education. Prior to being named the Florida college system's first female and Hispanic chancellor, she served in many administrative roles, most recently as president of the Miami-Dade Wolfson campus. There, she earned acclaim for nurturing community partnerships and for her work in the developing innovative approaches to ensuring student success and degree completion. Chancellor Pumariega is a member of the Florida Prepaid College Board, the Higher Education Coordinating Council, the Florida Council of 100, the Center of Post-Secondary Success at Florida State University, the City Year Miami, and an advisory board member of the Florida College Access Network. She was a Kellogg Fellow for the League for Innovation's Expanding Leadership Diversity in Community, and a graduate of Leadership Florida Class of 33. Chancellor Pumariega holds a bachelor's in political science from St. Thomas University, a master's of education from Florida Atlantic University, and is a doctoral candidate at Barry University. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Chancellor Madeline Pumariega.
I'm wondering if I can bring home President Labasso for Thanksgiving. Good afternoon. Will the class of 2017 please stand? We are here to celebrate you. And with the class of 2017, look and applaud our faculty, staff, family, and friends that got you here today in gratitude for their hard work. You may be seated. It's an honor to be here with you, and I'm going to steal Olivia's line. It's not only a great day to be a Falcon, it's a perfect day to be a Falcon. And I want you to think of this word, perfect. I don't need you to ever think or remember my name. I certainly don't remember anyone who ever spoke to us at our graduations. I was probably busy celebrating with a friend next to me or waiting when they would call my name and then get lunch somewhere. But I want you to remember the word perfect, because life may not always be perfect. There'll be a series of imperfections. But if you live your life thinking that that P in perfect is about your purpose and your passion. See, purpose comes from a place deep inside of you that you just know moves you. It comes from a place of waking up every day and having a sense of belonging in the world. Sometimes wondering what that belonging is. But where we find our purpose is when we serve others. Regardless of the career we choose, whether it's an automotive technician, whether it's a surgical technical nurse, whether it's someone working in marketing, communications, business, or entrepreneurship, as long as we look at each other and we think about, how can I serve? How can I make our community better? That's living a life of purpose and being passionate about what you do in everything that you do. We can run our entire life looking for joy, but joy comes from that purpose and passion in which we live our life every single day. I want you to think about the E is about enough. You're pretty enough, you're smart enough, you're good enough. You're leaving today with a set of tools that prepare you to enter the workforce. The faculty and the staff have nurtured those skill sets in you. They've advanced your knowledge. And now you need to know as you go forth, you're enough. Often we live our life just thinking when we get to enough. Know that today you are enough. You belong in that next job. You belong in that next academic pathway that you choose. And so wherever you walk into, know that you're pretty enough, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and you have all of the skills to be successful. The R is about rejoicing and living your life with gratitude. I started by celebrating each of our graduates and then asking all of us to celebrate and give thanks to everyone that helps us in our life every day be better. And so we'll often think about the gifts maybe we don't have. But stop and rejoice and give gratitude for the blessing of every day. Living a life of gratitude brings a life of abundance. It isn't the reverse. Sometimes we think we have to have a lot of possessions to be grateful. The truth is, it's those blessings of friendship, of love, of kinship that fills our gratitude, that really fills our life with that joy. I want you to think about the F as in being fit. Not just physically fit. I want you to think about the F being financially fit. Think about living within your means. You'll begin to start a job. You heard the ambassador talk about how you can accelerate your money. But I want you to think about one of the greatest stresses we have in life is our finances. And as you start this next chapter in your life, as you'll probably earn more because of the credential that you just earned, think about how do you stay financially fit. Think about the intellectual part of you. How do you continue to nurture your intelligence? We're lifelong learners. We naturally want to know about things. And that T in fit is to make sure that you take care of yourselves, that you nurture your body and soul. And you do that by living your life with purpose and passion and surrounding yourself with good people. I want you to think about the E and think about empathy. The world needs us to be kinder and gentler. The world needs us to have some empathy for one another. The world needs us to pause and not try to finish someone else's sentence, not try to navigate being right in the conversation, but just listening and understanding where that person's coming from. Because the truth, we are brought together by much more that we have in common than we are different. The truth is, each one of us loves, feels, cries, smiles, just wants to have a better life every day and make a better life for the ones that we love. And so no matter where we come from, some of us will be born here, others come to this country choosing and looking for opportunity. Some of us may choose to love someone different. But remember that the world needs us to be more caring and to be kinder and to be more gentle. And that comes from the place of empathy. And so remember to be empathetic in those moments in which you're flying through life and can't let that car cut in front of you because God forbid you don't make it through that light. It's okay if you stay in your car for another 3 minutes, you'll enjoy a song, maybe a beautiful melody you didn't think of. Maybe you'll call your mom and say hi. And so just think that life does accelerate us through all of the connections that we have, through all of our social media, how quickly we can access anything. Just take a moment, because empathy comes from slowing down and understanding where someone else may be coming from. Stay curious. If I had to write one word for any job description I ever posted, it would be curiosity. The truth is, while we find our 2-year-olds might be annoying when they ask why, we should ask why every single day. And every job that you do, ask why. Why is it that we might do it this way? You might develop the new process. That might be your legacy. Ask why. Are children hungry in communities? That'll lead you to philanthropy. That'll lead you to giving back. That'll lead you to understand why companies like Tom's choose to give and make sure that we answer questions like, why are we doing shoe collections when we're the richest country in the world? Why do we have people that are hungry or without homes? And so do that not only in your job every day as you question the current processes, that you may lead to that great employee who's curious about why we do the things. For those of you going into medicine, nursing, ask that why to that doctor. You're asked to follow and take orders, but it might be that question that saves someone's life. You will be the next generation that I hope cures cancer, because you'll be curious, that you'll come up with the next innovation that accelerates and maybe keeps us here a little longer, not sure about 200 years. So stay curious and stay creative. It should be in everyone's job description, and it should be the makeup of your life. You're your own artist. When you wake up in the morning and you're not sure that you like the canvas you've painted, you have permission to put white on it again and start all over again with all the colors of curiosity and creativity. And I'll leave you with time in that perfect. Time is that 1 second we will never get back. And so think about where you spend your time. Yes, you'll have time requirements of work and of family, but you'll also make some choices in where you spend your time, with the relationships and friendships that you cultivate. We all live busy lives, but I can tell you there's nothing more gratifying than making time to come back to Daytona State College and mentor someone who's going through your same path. Or reaching back out to a high school and telling a high school junior they're going to college. You know, because you've been there. And so think of time in your community and where you give it. Think of philanthropy and time, not only in dollars, but how you share your talents. Each one of you has a gift, and we owe it to the world to share our gifts with one another. So I leave you today to remember to live your life with purpose and passion, that you're enough. Rejoice in all of the gifts that you have and live your life with gratitude. Stay fit, have empathy, be curious, and make time for yourself and others. It is a perfect day to be a Falcon. God bless and Godspeed, class of 2017.
Thank you, Chancellor Pumariega, for all you do for our college system and our students. Graduates, before we begin the presentation, I would like to ask that after receiving your degree, that you return to your seats so you may cheer on your classmates who have not yet walked across the stage. Once the last graduate has received their diploma, you will then partake in the official confirmation of your credentials. Thank you. At this time, I will ask our stage guests to prepare the presentation of candidates, and Trustee Escudero, will you join me at the lower stage?
Candidates, now it's your time. As we get started, I have a special request. Please refrain from the use of air horns and other noise-making devices. I know it's difficult to contain your excitement during this wonderful occasion, but please allow everyone to hear the names of the graduates as they are announced. Thank you. Dr. Labasso, the candidates with us tonight have all met the standards and qualifications for graduation according to the Florida State Board of Education and the Daytona State College faculty. The students in gold stoles have earned a grade point average of 3.8 to 4.0. The students in white stoles have earned a grade point average of 3.2 to 3.79. The students wearing gold cords are members of the Mu Rho chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, our International Honor Society for students enrolled in two-year programs. The nursing students wearing apricot-colored cords are members of the Honors Society Alpha Delta Nu. Will the candidates for the Associate of Science please proceed to the stage to receive your degrees? We will begin with an Associate of Science degree in nursing being awarded posthumously to Richard Meadows. Mrs. Yvonne Meadows will accept. Cassandra A. Karstens. Antonio B. Bryant. Nora B. Miles. Daniel Eaton. Michael J. Brouillard. Anantha Matre Pregada. Dorcas E. Chavez. Rachel Jett. Amy E. Davis. Timothy H. Fleenor. Anthony Claude D'Amelio. Brittany L. Zalick. Marianne E. Phi Siebert. Carlos J. Rodriguez. Teresa L. Marshall. Celia C. Rosa. Huda Bader. Nadia Madvar. Bonnie M. Black. Nellie T. Urdaneta. Trisha A. Kanawal. Joseph A. Kanawal. Samantha Pillot. Vanessa E. Robinson. Maria Elena J. Hill. Linda T. Pelletier. Joanne M. DeMarco. Dawn M. Lyon. Kevin R. Reinhardt. Nancy Mann. Anna Marie Smith. Quashana L. Roan. Joy C. Keckler. Nicholas Byron. Cynthia F. Puckett. Megan L. Schlemmer. Erica L. Castine. Alicia S. West. Rebecca Palmer. Arlene J. Smith. Cherie A. Clark. Allison M. Leonard. Harva Shea Hall. Michael J. Dunn. Marlena G. Fabric. Phyllis Catherine Chatine. Catherine Martin. Ashley N. Reams. Tisha Bruselis. Heather R. Struble. Brittany Castellanos. Jennifer I. Masker. Lori A. Williams. John Lytle. Lori E. Overstreet. Mackenzie Budzelik. Jennifer L. Fazzi. DeAndre J. Bishop. Olivia F. Kendall. Brittany Magruder. Matthew C. Avni Neer. John A. Osterhout. Stephanie F. Black. Kelly M. Clore. Robin R. Banks. Michaela D. Torres. Catherine Grace Charlesworth. Alicia Frost. Maripaz Vasquez. Catherine Carnes. Genevieve Beltran. Sierra Manraj. Aaron K. Henry. Jessica G. Katz. Miwa Horia. Janet D. Butler. Darcia Harris. Melissa Kreitz. John O'Donnell. Stephen L. Richardson. Ashley A. Hardy. Heather Ann Smith. Janie Rubis. Jessica L. Medeiros. Vanessa Boston. Katrina M. Mabry. Kyle A. Lamoth. Farhad Salek. Sarah M. Vibert. Patricia Armstrong. Christine N. Hicks. Michael A. Brazel. Vicki D. Shipley. Jessica A. Fales. Allison M. Tackett. Samantha C. Scheffler. Kyla Lee Campbell. Crystal A. Wright. Kristen A. Guardiola. Brittany L. Beard. Donahue J. Morgan. Wordley T. Jean. Sarah Preston. Danielle M. Jordan. Veronica Parker. Latoya Scott. Matthew P. Wisenhunt. Barbara A. Rodenbaugh. Jose M. Salinas. Lydia N. Forero. Alexandra J. Crow. Jonathan J. Williams. Jessica A. Daly. Amanda L. Helton. Buffy L. Beck. Sue Summerfield. Marcus D. Ray. Adrian A. Woodcock. Tiara S. Henderson. Ashley S. Grout Hennessy. Haley R. Smith. Joellen E. Kleinhens. Jonathan Wright. Brandon L. Seminara. Alan Harris. Nicholas A. Smiley. Marcos Ruben Canar. Brandon C. Tapia. Kara Z. Blackwood. Keisha Y. Harris. Amber Torres. Danielle G. Lyons. Jeffrey L. Bohr. Nathan D. Ryan. Augusta Brown. Ernest Alfred. Kelly Kelly. Stephanie Stringer. Shirley E. Cummings. Karen L. McFarland. Nicole Marshall. Danielle Oxendine. Kate A. Johnson. Esperanza B. Delina. Lovely Joseph. Sandy Roberts. Shiloh Kyrone Johnson. Selena Y. Sauceda. Alicia Kidney. Tarnesia M. O'Berry. Wynesha C. Williams. Charlita P. Lowe. Chandril P. Robinson. Christy M. Lent. Morgan M. Swisher. Anna B. Harris. Christina Rodriguez. Amanda R. Lundy. Elizabeth Quinones. Catherine A. Bishop. Zane P. Grant. Kyla S. Schramm. Lindsay M. Bono. Noel J. Wahad. Carrie A. Brown. Ricardo Alicea. Zion Jackson Jatar. Lakeisha Pierce. Kaylee Cook. It's a family affair at Daytona State. We have an entire family graduating next. Colleen M. Duncan. Kendra M. Duncan. Amy G. Duncan. Aaron B. C. Duncan. Wayne E. Jones. Heather M. Banis. Angela M. Johns. Rachel R. Jones. Shannon E. Gibson. Wendy E. Inglesby. Ian Barnett. Veronica N. Clark. Dorsale Aguirre. Erica Garris. Holly Danielle Warner. Carly D. Lucia. Chantrell Powell. Kristen Cardinale. Paulette Tomlinson. Robin A. Gary. Helena E. Gerard. Christine M. Olson. Faye R. Glover Walker. Emma D. Anderson. Barry L. Reed. Mariluz Esposito de Vargas. Portia McMillan. Rebecca V. Bentley. Megan L. Kennedy. Angela S. Conrad. Claire E. Jean-Pierre. Jeffrey L. Schofield. Andrea E. Ferraro. Shakira L. Powell. Rodney E. Billingsley. Gabriel J. Murieta. Anthony Leon Chapman II. Ty V. Dowdy. Kayla C. Neffelberg. Jamie Ward. Jeremiah Z. Erb. Bryant D. Ellis. Henry J. Stone. Jerome Goodman. Ellen M. Cotman. Jacqueline Elizabeth Bowden. Shanda M. Riley. Rosalie C. Allison. Aisha C. Rodney. Flacey Ann Smith. Victoria M. Ayub. Marilyn Plumy. Shannon Marie Conti. John Delanoy. Will the certificate candidates please proceed to the stage to receive your certificates? Susan Jean Nelson. Daniel Eaton. Daishalon Simmons. Taysa A. Cotton. Erica N. Martin. Victoria R. Smith. Irma Tate. Kalila G. Santiago. Deirdre A. Settle. Cynthia Lugo. Sydney Geiger. Alyssa J. Cellini. Melissa G. Fuller. Stephanie R. Cowart. Alexis Segraves. Kat Young. Reina E. Gutierrez. Jasmine N. Weaver. Tabitha Marie Monte. Samantha Ann Cowan. Jade M. Smith. Travis W. Fetters. Kendall Lee Kopka. Odalis Uriastige. Israel Vergara. Angelica Ganji. Fernando Islas. Joseph McCrary. Mona Abraham. Carrie Irene Wren. Rayanna Nicole Galloway. Liliana Franco. Savannah R. Zanoski. Lisa Ann Walker. Peyton M. Hushard. Jameson Jewel Cheeks. Samantha K. Montgomery. Danielle Bourdin. Matthew A. Sharifi. Michael Brooks. Nicholas J. Bauer. Hakeem Griffin. Denofa Jenkins. Amaya Nichols. Carolyn J. Short. Renee C. Foster. Kirby Volavka. Destiny J. Carter. Jacqueline B. Gilmore. Anastasia Andrea Morganoff. Aaliyah K. Samuels. Nellie Kerr. Lydia Santana Mercado. Kaylee Walker. Alana B. Hayford. Tashira Rodriguez. Destiny Alexis Define. Christina M. Scalzo. Mara A. Horde. David W. Johnson. Susan Heckathorn. Michelle L. Schock. Lindsay Nicole DiGiulio. Carrie M. Mancuso. Deborah L. O'Neill. Mackenzie Lynn Adams. Michaela Nicole Greco. Nicole A. Eastman. Brittany Grenier. Jeannie Gonzalez. Christopher G. Vera. Jordan N. Gerasi. Melissa R. Ward. Stephanie J. Bailey. Danielle J. Clark. Corsica T. Jefferson. Tara L. Smith. Kayla Faircloth. Genesis M. Humberger. Lauren O. Guyland. Shannon Marie Conte. Sean D. Rauch. Alan J. Shields. Jonathan L. Savino. Robert E. Monroe. Devin Mixon. Virginia Lynn Huntsman. Jessica M. O'Brien. Amber L. DiPasquale. Megan R. Stano. Wendy Tu. Mariah J. Robinette. Ashley N. Easterbrook. Yerlin A. Garcia. Faith M. Wilson. Daniel M. Fletcher. Brent Allen Miller. Susan McCrae Anderson. Michelle A. Tutunjan. Ben Pippin IV. Jermaine Stanley. Capri D. Williams. Alexis Nicole Michael. Jennifer O. Harrow. Lakeisha D. Green. Alyssa T. Duval. Sebastian Jeffrey Carrera. Francis M. Robertson. Charlene E. Lovelace. Tanyetta X. Woodard. Maria A. Pennington. Isabel A. Cruces. Esmeralda De Nova. Mariah R. Correa. Christy Barnett Barrick. Mandy C. Westbury. Jordan E. Lindley. Ethan Wall. Marcus D. Ray. Sally Barrett. Portia L. Ponder. Jamie Ely. Sabrina Rose De Jesus. Mariah Lynn Watt. Serafina C. Smallwood. Raven Alicia Roberts. Jamie E. Cox. Caitlin R. Hunsaker. Taylor L. Ferguson. Jessica A. Miller. Chelsea R. Owens. Louisa C. Sabulak. Travis A. Hall. Hannah L. Harbuck. Eldrine Jose. Nicole I. Bentley. Alyssa C. Bennett. Saul Torres. Christina A. Fetty. Lemond A. Pandy. Terentian T. Stokes. Wesley R. McDonald. Colton Bennett. Michael A. Rios. Jessica James. Aswana S. McNair. Ashley N. Lloyd. Morgan E. Wall. Dylan Matsky. Kiana J. Dean. Rachel Lauren Miranda. Sarah E. Trott. Rebecca A. Haller. Samantha Audrey Martin. Cheryl Ann Smith. Sarah M. Gethers. Timani Johnson. Edith M. Gonzalez. Will the candidates for the Adult High School Diploma and GED please proceed to the stage to receive your diplomas? Louise Finn. Courtney Settle. Brandy Marquetta Richardson. Maria Del Mar Escobar. Isaac Montalvo. Duan Fitzgerald White. Skylar Madison Brown. Amber Chowdhury. April Dawn Hall. Hannah Johnson. Chelsea O'Brien. Jasmine Nicole Mendez. Ricky Manuel Miranda. Caitlin Marie Trabert. Courtney Marie Trabert. Elizabeth Vitale. Lamissa Miller. Nicole Brown. Kimberly Christine Simonson. Faith West. Alex Walston. Christina Lynn Johnson. Megan Penfield. Cody R. Carter. David Motts. Albert Kenneth Richmond. Laura Haynes. Derek Blue Doctorman. Brittany Huffman. Jordan Watts. Victoria Olaleme.
All righty, now for the fun part. Will the candidates for graduation please stand? By the power vested in me by the state of Florida, I hereby confer upon you your degrees and certificates with all the rights and privileges pertaining to them. You may move your tassel from right to left in recognition of your achievement and graduation. A heartfelt congratulations to each of you. Will the audience please stand and remain standing in place while the platform guests, faculty, and graduates recess? You may exit the building from the stairs on either side of the building. Good afternoon and have a safe evening.